Good day. Thank you so much for joining us today. I see we already have one participant. I'm just going to give it one more, maybe a minute or two, just to see if anybody else joins. But Igor, thank you so much for joining. I'm quickly going to introduce myself while we are waiting for more participants to join. So my name is Janine. I'm a senior application specialist at Nexford, and I've been with Nexford for almost 4 years now. And I've had the opportunity to speak with learners like yourself from all over the world. And I'm really excited to show you what our webinar, our virtual tour today is all about. But Igor, if you can please let me know, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. If I don't, my sincere apologies. But I would love to hear where you are from and what program you are interested in. If you can let me know in the chats, that'll be great. Because it seems that we're not going to have more participants, but sometimes people do join late. But I would love to hear what program you're interested in, or maybe if you haven't made a decision yet. So if we don't get more participants, I can specifically focus on the program that you are interested in, as opposed to going through all the different programs. So I would love to know, where are you joining in from and what program you're interested in. If you can let me know in the chat, and then we'll just see if anybody else joins, and then we'll jump right into the virtual tour. I'm just going to give a moment. I would love to hear more about you. You can either let me know in the chat or in the Q&A section. If you're not comfortable, don't be shy. But if you would like me just to proceed with the webinar, I can also do that, because I can't wait too long to wait for other participants to join. I mean, your time is also very, very important to us. So I also don't want to be sitting here and wasting your time while we wait for more participants. So if you could let me know, and if you don't, just let me know, and then I could jump right into the virtual tour. Originally from Poland, currently living in the United Arab Emirates, interested in a Bachelor's of Business Administration degree. We do have a Business of Bachelor, a BBA. So what I'm going to do, since other participants aren't joining, I will, by the time we get, if somebody else joins, then I will go through our MBAs, but specifically for you, if nobody else joins our virtual tour today, I would just go through the BBA, the specific specializations, and then we can talk a little bit more about the specialization that you might be interested in, what your career goals are. And I think, it's sometimes we always do love a lot of participants, but it's also very nice, if we can have a more personalized webinar as well. So I'm going to jump right in and then start just telling you what Nexford is about. Igor, I just want to let you know that we are currently experiencing a very bad storm. So that might affect my connection a little bit. If you have any questions, you're welcome to post it in the chat section, and I will answer them live for you at the end of the webinar. I just won't be able to basically answer your questions while I am presenting. But without further ado, I am going to start. I'm really excited to show you what Nexford is about and why we are really a next generation university. So I will start sharing my screen. Right, so just our welcome message. We've already been, I see we have another participant that joined. Welcome. Is it Adenyini? Welcome, Adenyini. Thank you so much. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And if I do, again, I apologize. So I've already introduced myself to our other participant, but I'll quickly do it again. So my name is Janine, and I am a senior application specialist at Nexford University. And like I've said, I've been with Nexford for almost 4 years now, and had the opportunity to speak with learners from all over the world. So before I actually start, I would also like to hear from you, Adenyeni. I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. Please, I do apologize if I'm not saying it correctly. But if you could quickly let me know what program you are interested in, because as I've mentioned to our other participant, Igor, that which is interested in the BBA. If we don't get more participants today, I can focus a little bit more on the programs that you are that you're interested in. So if you could let me know maybe in the chat. I see we have another participant joining. So then I think let me just go through all the programs. And if you have any questions, leave them in the chats for me. And then I'll answer them at the end of the webinar. Entrepreneurship. Okay, great. We don't have an MBA in a strategy, but definitely strategy is implemented within our degrees, obviously. But I will talk a little bit more about our MBA in entrepreneurship as well. So I'm just going to go through all the programs then. But thank you so much for taking the time out to join us from wherever in the world you are. So we've got participants from the UAE. Adenini, I don't know where you are from, but it will also be great if you can let me know in the comments where you are from. And but from here on, I'm just going to start the webinar. I don't want to waste your time. Yes, the recording will definitely be made available for the session. So what we usually do is we do post it. Oh, in Lagos, Nigeria. Fantastic. Okay, thank you so much for joining. So we do make recordings available of the webinar. So if there is any interruption or anything with my connection, like I've mentioned, I'm currently in South Africa and we have a really big storm brewing. So if the connection is a bit wonky, we do make recordings available. And we will obviously share the links to the recordings with you. It should be uploaded by end of day. So if you want, I can definitely share a recording of this webinar with you as well. So I don't want to waste too much time because we do have a lot to go through. But I will definitely touch a little bit more specifically on the BBA and also the MBA. And then I see someone is raising their hand. Yes, unfortunately, I can't allow you to speak right now as I'm already in presenter view, but you are welcome to just leave your question for me in the chat section, and I will be able to answer it for you after the webinar. But thank you so much for joining. So I don't want to waste too much of your time. So I'm going to jump right in, and any questions that are there, please let me know in the chat section or the comment section, the chat section, and I'll be answering all your questions at the end of the webinar. So let's jump in. I'm quite excited to show you what we are about and what Nexford is all about. And welcome. Thanks again for joining us. It's Kariatu. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. I do apologize. I see we've got another participant as well. Olisoi or Olisoji. I do apologize again if I am not pronouncing it correctly. But let's get started, and I'm really excited to show you what it's about. So again, please, if you have any questions, leave them in the chat section, and then I could also maybe give you access after the webinar to ask your questions to me live. So I'll give you speaker access, but I just won't be able to do it while I am busy with the webinar. Also, while I'm just going to switch my camera off just to save bandwidth. I'm from Sierra Leone. Thank you so much for joining. I hope I'm saying is Kariatu. Is it Kariatu? I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But please share your questions with us, and thank you so much for joining. So we've got Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and also the UAE, which is fantastic. So I'm going to jump straight in. And don't worry if, like I've mentioned, if you've missed anything, we will make a recording available of this webinar. So this is just the agenda for today. And like I've mentioned, I'm just going to switch off my camera because we do have a big storm and it is affecting my bandwidth. So just to give you the best quality, I will just be switching off my camera while I'm presenting, and I will switch my camera back on in the Q&A section. And thank you, Olusoji. Is it Olusoji? But thank you so much for your comment. Don't mind any mispronunciations of your name. I do apologize, but I always like to learn as well because I feel, it's always a sign of respect when when you do try to pronounce somebody's name correctly. But thank you so much for your comment. It means a lot to me. So I'm just going to go through a welcome message we've done. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Nexford University, our programs, the admission requirements and the scholarships, and our alumni results. and then we will go through a short virtual tour, and then beyond NXU, which is our career success hub, which is, I'm really excited to talk about that. And then obviously we're going to leave time for the Q&A section. So first of all, Nexford University is also, we've reimagined what a modern university experience should basically look like. It needs to be accessible and flexible, but also built around your goals. And we've really this is really designed for career-driven learners around the world who want to build in-demand skills. So this is really a big thing about Nexford, is in-demand skills. What is relevant in today's market, as well as what could be expected within the market, in the growing market and fast evolving market within the next few years. And this also while earning a recognized and accredited degree and credentials. And basically, so instead of following the old campus model, we've created this 100% online learning experience. And this is to fit the way and that we live today. Everything is evolving so fast, and not everybody is able to attend campus. We have a lot of our learners are already working individuals, working professionals that really don't have the time or can't always, or don't always have the luxury to take off from work to attend on-campus classes. So, but thanks to technology, we were able to deliver world-class education at the fraction of a cost of a traditional university. Since we don't have a campus, there's a lot of costs that we don't have, and that is also why we are able to make our tuition really affordable for our learners. So, and also because our programs are very competency based and focus on real workplace skills, the return on investment often really comes faster than you'd expect. So this is basically whether you are looking to upskill, change careers, or maybe get ahead in your current role. Maybe if you're fresh out of high school, Nexford really equips you with practical, job-ready skills that can make a real impact in your career, or in your career, or if you're just starting your career. So next is just one of the success stories, but also one of our previous alumni. And this is some feedback from Jason Weimer. He's one of our MBA graduates. He's an American, and he is currently living in Thailand, and he has his own graphic design business there. But basically, after a few years of running his business, he realized there was so much more that he wanted to learn, especially around leadership or integrating technology into his work, for example. And the reason why I chose Nexford is because it gave him the flexibility to study online while still continuing to grow his company across multiple countries. And this is what's really great about online studies, or with Nexford specifically, is it gives you the flexibility that you can still work full-time, but you also have the time to study on your own time. So you choose the times that you study. I will get a little bit more into that later in the webinar. But his specialization was an MBA in advanced AI, and that provided him with valuable insights and also the skills that helped him to basically rethink how design and technology and data can work together. So whether it's basically using data to improve operations or applying artificial intelligence concepts to streamline inventory or maybe enhance decision making. So that is really why he chose Nexford. He already had his very successful business, but he wanted to expand, and Nexford gave him the opportunity to expand because it really gave him the flexibility to study on his own terms. Here is just a quick welcome message from, it looks like there's okay, there we go. So here's a welcome message from our founder and CEO, Fadel Al-Tazi. And this will also be available in your orientation course. But Fadel is our founder and our CEO, and I love to play this message because this really explains how and why Nexford was created.
It's been said that the future is a convenient place for dreams, so why not dream big? I've always known education changes lives, but I first realized its impact over a decade ago. On my entrepreneurial journey, I saw a gap between the skills of college graduates and the needs of employers. With my own startups, I struggled to find people with the right competencies. For example, I couldn't find a software engineer with effective communication skills. I couldn't find the creative designers who could plan. I thought to myself, is this why unemployment stats of college graduates grab so many media headlines? And it's not a graduate's fault. Burdened by heavy debt, cohorts of learners walk away from university unprepared for the workplace. That's why I set out to create a university for you, one that I'm convinced has the potential to positively impact lives as well as millions worldwide. I'm Fadel Al-Tarzi, and I can proudly say that I'm the founder and CEO of Nexford University. Expect NXU to meet you where you are and to equip you with the skills you need to succeed in your career. And just because you're learning online doesn't mean you're alone. If you ever feel lonely or frustrated, use our interactive features, share widely on.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there because I am going to discuss the interactive features. I'm going to show you exactly what our learning platform looks like, how you can connect with other learners. But this is basically what sets Nexford apart is when you walk out of Nexford University, I think this is really important to Fadel, is he realized a gap where you would study and you would walk out with the degree, but you would not be ready or have the skills to actually implement it. You just have the knowledge. And that this is what Nexford really wants to do, is not just teach you a degree, but also the skills that you would need, and you would be job ready immediately, already possessing the skills that employers really require today. And next is really why learners choose Nexford. So Nexford wasn't really a traditional university that moved online. We were built for the online learning experience from day one. So every part of the experience was designed with global learners in mind, like yourselves. So you can learn on your own terms from anywhere in the world and still get an accredited degree. And you're not going to be alone in this process, and I will touch a little bit more based on that later in the webinar. We're also licensed and accredited. I'm going to speak about the accreditation within the next slide. And then also our programs are very relevant, and it's very flexible as well. So because really, like I've mentioned earlier, today's world moves really fast. It's extremely fast how technology is moving, AI, and everything like that. So we really keep our programs updated with the latest industry trends. So you're not just going to learn theory, but you're also going to be building real skills that employers value and quite expect if you walk into the workplace. And we also do get that life doesn't run on a fixed schedule, and neither do we at Nexford. So while our courses are not technically self-paced, you can finish each one in up to 8 weeks. So a course typically takes up to 8 weeks, but you're also able to finish it sooner if you are able to, if time allows that. And if you're doing well academically, you'll also have the option to take one or more courses later in your, or two, sorry, my apologies, 2 or more courses later in your program. So, and then this will allow you to finish your degree sooner. And it's also about building connected or staying connected. So while everything is online, your learning experience is not going to be alone. You're not going to be alone on this journey. You'll be part of a global supportive community. You'll be able to connect with peers, with faculty, and also professionals from around the world that's also on a similar journey, or similar or same journey as you. So we are accredited by the Distance Education Accrediting Commission, the DAC, and the DAC is listed by the US Department of Education as a recognized accrediting agency, and is also recognized by the Council for Higher Education and Accreditation, which is the CHEA in short. Then we are licensed by the Higher Education Licensure Commission, HELC, in Washington, D.C., which is the same organization that licenses all physical universities operating in Washington, D.C. And lastly, we've also received as a specialized accreditation for our Master of Business Administration program. So this is our normal MBA. This does not include the MBA-F or MBA-E, but this is for our normal master's degree. So this is an extra accreditation that we've recently obtained, and that is from the International Accreditation Council for Business Education, IACBE. And really, what really sets Nexford apart is how predictable and flexible our tuition is. That was really a very important thing for Nexford is to make quality education accessible for everybody around the world. So you are able to pay a flat monthly rate. So there's a monthly tuition fee. You are able to pay monthly or every 2 months, or pay 6 months upfront. It really depends on what you can do and what you want to do, but you can pay a flat monthly rate. There's no big upfront fees or hidden charges. There's just a $25 application fee. So whether you're taking this is specifically for our master's degrees. So whether you take one course or more, your monthly cost stays the same. So it's really super easy to budget. And this is for master's degrees specifically. So the best part also for the master's degrees are, if you finish your program faster, you pay less overall. So if you complete your master's degree in just 12 months, you'll only pay for those 12 months. And if you take the average of 18 months, you'll only pay for the 18 months for your master's degree. And even if life gets in the way and you need more time, you'll never pay more than 23 months of tuition, but you would just need to finish your master's degree within 27 months. So tuition fee for a BBA or Bachelor's of Business Administration degree is a little bit different. This is a longer degree. It's a bachelor's degree. It's not as short as a MBA. So with our BBA, we've got a pay per course model. So you can really study at your own pace, pay for a single course at a time. There's no monthly commitment. So you can enroll in a BBA and pay for one course. And there's, like I said, no monthly commitment. So this means whether you move slower with your degree, you will not have to pay more. And also with our BBA, it really provides maximum flexibility. So this is where you'll be able to complete one course. You can start the next one when you are ready. And you can also take longer or shorter to complete your degree. But our BBA is a pay per course model, where our MBA degrees, for instance, is a monthly payment, and you'll be able to take 2 or more courses at the same time and only pay the monthly tuition fee. But the BBA, we've recently actually lowered our BBA tuition fees. So, and this is really by doing some research. So we've lowered our BBA tuition fees, and that is why it is currently at a pay per course module, is we really wanted to make it more accessible to more learners. So, and it's really all designed to give you the peace of mind and real flexibility. So for the BBA, you can really move at a pace that works for you without worrying about any penalties or surprise costs. And then what we've done is we've designed our programs, what we call the Workforce Alignment Model, or WAM in short. And this basically, this approach ensures that programs are really forward-looking and built around the skills that employers are actively seeking. So how we achieve this is we combine in-depth research with insights from a global advisory board of industry experts. And our advisory board plays a really big key role in shaping our programs. So this is comprising of leaders across various different industries, and the board meets with us multiple times a year, and then they would review any new offerings or even recommend updates to any existing ones that we currently have. So our mission is really to help learners connect with the careers that they aspire to, and we offer a wide range of flexible learning options to support your goals. Like I've mentioned, Nexford University is a next generation university built for you. So with our master's degrees, we specialize in business and business technology, like offering programs such as the MBA, MBA-F, MBA-E, then our Master of Science in Digital Transformation, our Master of Science in Data Analytics. And then with our bachelor's degree programs, we feature specializations in very high demand areas such as AI, business analytics, entrepreneurship, and also digital marketing, for instance. We also do have career pathway certificates. So we offer 2 career pathway certificates. One is in operations management and the other one is in professional sales. And these are really tailored to prepare learners for in-demand entry-level roles that don't really require a bachelor's degree. Then we also have a mini MBA, which I will get into a little bit later in this webinar as well. And then we have individual courses. So for the individual courses are more for those looking to build specific targeted skills without committing to a full degree. So our short courses, I think we have over 85. I would just need to go and double check that, but we have a wide variety of single courses which can be completed in just 1 to 2 months. And while our foundation has always been rooted in business, we've continuously evolved to integrate technology and also emphasize on power skills. So that would be skills such as communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. And basically, after all, having the knowledge of the degree is very essential, but also knowing how to work effectively with others or implement what you have learned and your skills is really important for long-term success. So now I'm quickly going to go through our programs. Since we have a few more participants that joined, I'm going to go through all the programs. So first, I'm going to talk about our graduate degrees. First up is our Master of Business Administration degree, and I just want to preface that our MBA and is different from our MBAE, which is our Master of Business Administration in Entrepreneurship. It is a separate program. It's still an MBA, but it's specifically for entrepreneurship. Then we also have an MBAF, which is our MBA in Finance, which is also a different program than the MBAE or our Master in Business Administration degree. So for our normal MBA, so this is really for someone aiming to grow their careers at the crossroad of business, tech, and leadership. So this program would be a really great fit. It's designed for professionals who wants to boost their strategic thinking, maybe leadership skills, and that also being done in a global context. And typical roles after completing your MBA include senior positions like a COO, Chief Operating Officer, a management consultant, or even perhaps a marketing director. And basically at its core, this program builds like a well-rounded expertise in business management, leadership, and strategic planning, and skills that are really valuable across almost any industry. Then our Master of Science in Digital Transformation. So this is really perfect for professionals leading digital initiatives who want to deepen their ability to drive innovation through technology. And graduates often step into roles such as digital innovation specialists or chief digital officers, positions where you're really responsible for steering your company's digital future or a company's digital future. And the main focus here is on using cutting edge technologies, especially like AI and cybersecurity and data analytics. And this is also to help create real business value and improve operations within your company. So next up is the Master of Science in Data Analytics. And this is really perfect for anyone looking to sharpen their technical and analytical skills. And this program offers a solid foundation to thrive in data-driven environments. It really prepares you for roles like a data scientist, a business analyst, or a finance data manager. It's really positions where data also truly drives the decision-making. So the focus is really on helping you master the tools and techniques here to analyze data, uncover insights, and guide you to smarter business strategies, but also different business strategies. My apologies, cat caught my tongue there. And then we have our MBAE, which is our Master of Science in Entrepreneurship. So this is really, if you're passionate about launching a business or driving innovation from within a company, this is a really great program for you. It's also really tailored for aspiring founders or maybe, let's say, future startup leaders. So you can think a startup founder, a VC analyst, or even someone building a venture from the ground up, a new venture from the ground up. And at its heart, this degree really teaches you how to turn innovative ideas into successful ventures through smart strategy, funding know-how, and also practical startup skills. And next is so I want to talk a little bit more also about our very newly introduced Master of Business Administration and Finance, also known as the MBAF. And really, finance today is also evolving much faster than ever, or that it's ever been. And if you think about with global volatility, new technologies that is just popping up every day, rising expectations from stakeholders, the way that capital is raised, allocated, and even managed is constantly changing. So that's why leaders who can really connect strategy, technology, and innovation aren't just valuable, they are extremely essential. It's very, very essential in today's market. So our MBA in finance is designed to equip professionals like analysts, consultants, and managers with advanced expertise in financial strategy. Also, like, for instance, investment management, emerging technologies such as AI and blockchain. And it's really all about preparing you to lead with confidence in this really rapidly changing landscape that we live in today. And this program also will be opening up doors to leadership roles like, let's say, financial manager, or for instance, a portfolio manager, a chief financial officer, or even an investment strategist. And here's the bonus. So while you're enrolled in the MBAF, you'll also have the opportunity to earn 2 globally recognized certifications from the CFI. And I am going to, in the next few slides, I'm going to go a little bit more deeper into each degree and specializations, and also what you get with that specific degree. So the MBAE, my apologies. The MBA, or normal MBA, has got 7 specializations. So we've got a MBA in artificial intelligence, fintech and blockchain, e-commerce, international business, cybersecurity, sustainability, and then healthcare management, which is one of our newly introduced MBA specializations, which is really fantastic. And then I would like to touch, as you can see on the screen, you can see the Network Plus, the Project Plus, and Security Plus science under the Master of Science in Digital Transformation, as well as the CompTIA sign above that. So CompTIA is basically the world's most trusted certifying body of IT professionals. They are the largest vendor-neutral credentialing program for technology workers. So CompTIA has awarded, I think, probably more than 2.5 million certifications in areas such as cybersecurity, networking, cloud computing, and technical support, and actually so much more. So with the MSDT program curriculum, it already includes integrated CompTIA certification preparation courses. So these courses are really to prepare you for, if you would like to go and write one of the exams, the preparation courses, which is usually a paid for service to get the courses if you want to prepare for it. This is already included. So that would be your Network Plus, your Security Plus, and Project Plus. And this will become accessible to you after reaching the halfway point of your MSDT program without any extra charges. This is already included, and you will also be able to access them through both Canvas and any of the My NXU platforms. So with the MSDA, or Master of Science in Data Analytics Program 2, you'll have the opportunity to earn a CompTIA certification. So this is basically adding even more value to your learning experience. And then last but not least on this slide is our MBAE program. So this is a little bit different. Our MBA program includes a series of live and collaborative seminars, and each comprising also of 2 live sessions. So that's where you will connect with peers. You'll have the opportunity to build networks and also learn from the best. And we do really strongly encourage to participate, if you study the MBA, to participate in these seminars, as course assessments will require learners to reflect on the sessions that they've attended. And each seminar also includes both group and individual project assignments. Then I want to dive a little bit deeper into our MBA in finance. So our MBA in finance also consists of live seminars. So with our MBA in finance, besides the live seminars, you will also be able to earn 2 CFI certifications through LinkedIn Learning. And this is also through no extra cost. So the 2 certificates is the CFI Corporate Finance Foundations Professional Certificate and the CFI Financial Analysis and Modeling Professional Certificate. At Nexford, it's really about building skills, not just a degree, but also building additional skills, which just makes makes you stand out against your peers and stand out to employers against your peers. So I will be getting in talking about how oh yes, I wanted to talk about this as well. So now I'm going to explain a little bit more about how our program is, or how our programs are. So the big thing to know is we don't follow traditional school models where you are just going to be reading theory and memorizing everything for exams. We don't have exams at Nexford at all. You've got projects and you've got final assignments for each course. The only exams that we do have is proctored exams, which you will probably be taking at the beginning, middle, and end, just before the end of your degree. And this is, you will be able to do it online. You'll just have to switch on your camera. And this is really just to ensure that you are the person that is doing your work, and you don't have somebody that is completing all your assignments for you. But at Nexford, it's really not just reading and memorizing theory for exams. So instead, you'll be working on projects that mirror what professionals are actually doing in today's workplace. So the assignments are real projects that mirror what professionals are doing. It's not just a bunch of reading. So there's a few sample projects that you'll be working on. So it's very, very practical. It's really practical. So in one course, you might be, let's say you'll be developing a market entry plan for a new region, or perhaps using AI to help a healthcare company improve patient care. You could also be working on things like data storytelling, or even building out a product roadmap for a startup. But the point really is that every project is very, very practical, and it's designed to help you build the skills you need on the job today. So by the time that you graduate, you'll already have a full work or full portfolio of work that can show your employers or prospective employers that what you can do, and it's not just a degree. And I'm also going to show you a little bit later, and in this webinar, on how we bring business technology and AI tools into the learning process. It's really all about keeping things relevant in today's world and moving with technology as well. Now, I would like to talk about our undergraduate degree, which is our BBA degree. So I would like to preface, we do have an AAS degree as well, which is an Associate of Applied Science degree. It's not in one of the slides, but we'll speak about that a little bit more as I go through the information about our BBA. And I do know one of our participants are interested in the BBA degree, so this is great for you. So our BBA is also really designed for aspiring professionals who want a really solid foundation in business. So whether you're aiming to move up in your current role, or maybe switch careers, or start your own business, this is really a great program for you. And we see learners from all kinds of backgrounds, from HR, operations, finance, marketing, technology, and many are also fresh out of high school. And while others are already working individuals and just want to level up in their careers. And many of our BBA graduates go into a wide range of roles, like, for instance, marketing coordinators, or HR specialists, project managers, financial analysts, or business development managers, and many even launch their own startups, or work in, for instance, management consulting. So what sets the BBA apart also is how practical it is. Like, I want to preface on how practical it is. You're not going to be bored and be stuck with tons of reading and having to write an exam. We really try to keep things interactive. I am going to show you a little bit later in the webinar our learner management system Canvas, so you can see how interactive it is. And like I've mentioned before, you won't just be learning theory, you'll apply it to real projects, and you'll be creating and presenting, like, for instance, a personal leadership plan, or sharpening your strategic and communication skills. And you can also boost your market value even more. So this is also really fantastic. This is only for the BBA, and unfortunately not for MBA, but you can also boost your market value by specializing in not just one, but up to 4 of our 6 BBA specializations on offer. So our BBA specializations is artificial intelligence, business analytics, entrepreneurship, digital marketing. people's operations and finance. And should you want to specialize in or should you want to get a BBA with 4 specializations, there is a specific learning path. This is not going to cause you to take longer with your degree. A BBA does typically take, or you do have typically 40 courses, but if you would like to graduate with 4 different specializations, there is a specific learning path that you would need to follow. And then next up, lastly, introduction to artificial intelligence is also now embedded into the BBA program with a wide range of additional optional AI courses as well. We've also launched a newly career course, which is also now embedded in the BBA program, and it's also at no additional cost. So these courses include in-depth career guidance, tools, and resources to help you advance in your career. And you can also get credit for prior learning, like previous coursework or industry certifications. And this is the great part, you will earn 2 degrees. So if you enroll in the BBA from the start, you will not just walk out with 1 degree, you will be able to walk out with 2 degrees. So how this works, like I've mentioned, we've got an associate's degree, Associate of Applied Science in Business. So after your first 20 courses in your BBA degree, you will be granted with an associate's degree. And then when you complete your 40 courses, that is when you'll get your bachelor's degree. So that's really, really fantastic. And another great thing is while you are still studying with your BBA, you'll be able to take up to 4 MBA or MSDT courses while you are still in your BBA degree. So saving time and tuition. So that is if you are, for instance, studying the BBA and you would like to go over to your master's degree, you'll already be able to take up to 4 MBA courses within your BBA program. And it's really all designed to help you accelerate in your career, but also help you stand out. I'm going to also speak a little bit about our scholarship offers, requirements, and application steps. Now, we do offer scholarships, and it is for MBA, BBA program, or MSDT or MSDA, the MBAF, MBAE, AAS, and the career pathway certificates. Really, the percentage of the scholarship or the scholarship that will be available does really depend on the program that you choose to study, as well as your region, because we do have different scholarship offers for different regions. So if you would like to know a little bit more about the scholarship opportunities for your chosen program, I will be sharing our contact details at the end of the webinar, and you are welcome to send us an email or maybe reach out on WhatsApp or give us a phone call, and our team would be happy to assist you with the most relevant information regarding your specific chosen program. Now I'm just going to go through our admission requirements. So for all programs that you study at Nexford, we are going to require the following. So that would be a government issue identification document, which could either be your government issued ID, or a passport or a driver's license, as long as it's not been expired. We would also require a passport quality photo. Since we are online, we do need to compare your photo with your government ID, then your official transcript from your previous institution, or your official records of prior education, and then an English proficiency test. So I would like to also say, if you already, if you graduated from an institution where the primary language of instruction was English, you would not be required to submit a English proficiency, but our admissions team would just need to be able to basically confirm that you have in fact studied in English before. So then you would not require a English proficiency test. I do know a lot of our African learners, specifically in Africa, do already start their education at a very young age in English. So most African countries, not all, but most African countries, your transcript will suffice. And because we do know, for instance, Nigeria specifically, that I do know, main language of instruction is English. So for instance, I can 100% say Nigeria does not require an English proficiency, but we would need, our admissions team would still need to confirm that you have indeed studied in English before. And if not, you can just provide us with the English proficiency test. And this is just to basically make sure you are set up for success in your career. or in your studies, because if you think global business and business, the global language in business is English. So it is really important for us that you are equipped in English. And this is just to set you up for success in your program. So we do have program-specific requirements as well. So for MBA, MBAF, or MSDA degrees, we would require bachelor's from an accredited university in business or business-related field. So if you do not have a degree in a business-related field, you will just be required to take one foundation course. So this would be for the MBA and MBAF. You would be required to take one foundation course, and it's just to set you up for success in your program. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say I studied a Bachelor of Arts in industrial designing, but I want to go into business. The foundation course is really just to set you up for success. And then for our MSDA degree, we also require a bachelor's degree in a business or related field. And then if you don't, so basically with data analytics, there is 2 courses, foundation courses. But if you do have a course in statistics, if you've completed a degree with a course into statistics, you won't have to do the 2 foundation courses. You will only be required to take one of the foundation courses. I do know it sounds a bit intricate, but you can really just reach out to our team and we will be glad to explain it to you if we know what degree you're studying. But don't worry, as long as you have a bachelor's degree and you're looking to study a master's degree, you can enroll. Don't worry if it's not business related. You'll only be required to take the foundation course. And then with our MSDT, also a bachelor's degree with an accredited university in either in the field of IT, business or related field. And when I say related, that could be like accounting, HR, stuff like that. So if you're really unsure if you would need to take a foundation course, please reach out to us. Our team is well equipped to let you know, have a look at your degree and tell you if you are required to take a foundation course. And then with our master in business administration and entrepreneurship, you just need a degree. There's no specific requirement as such as a bachelor's degree in business. You will not, there's no foundation courses for our MBAE. And then for undergraduate programs such as our BBA and AAS degree or our career pathway certificates, we do require a high school diploma or a general education development, your GED, or a certificate, your high school certificate to your specific country. I do know, it's different for in Nigeria specifically, we've got the WAEC and NECO, so we do accept those. So really we have different requirements for different countries, but we do accept high school certificates from almost all countries in the world, but there is specific country requirements. And also mathematics and English is definitely one of those requirements. Then for our single courses, we used to have requirements for our single courses, but we've waived that. So we normally required our graduate degrees or courses, graduate courses, we would require a bachelor's degree. For the undergraduate courses, we usually required a high school diploma, but we've now made it easier, the registration process easier specifically for the single courses. So you can basically now enroll. We do not ask you for any credentials or a prior learning experience. And this is really to make the process easy. And you can start learning as soon as December 1. And also without paying the application fee. So this is really great for our degrees and our career pathway certificates. There is an application fee of $25, but for our single courses, you only pay the once-off tuition fee for that course, and you can enroll and pay the one-time tuition fee and complete your course in 1 to 2 months. So the application status page, this is basically just the application process. So I'm going to guide you through that. So you first review the admission requirements. Again, if you are unsure about your qualifications or credentials, our team would be able to assist you with that. So don't stress, you can just reach out to us. Our team would be happy to assist or have a look at your certificates and see what is required. And so please have a look at the admission requirements. But if you are unsure, we are more than willing to help you and have a look into it for you. Then the next step is you will submit your application along with all your documents, which is your ID, and just a copy of your previous learning, such as it could be a high school certificate or your degree. You will submit your application at apply.nxu.nexford.edu. And like I've mentioned, there's an application fee of $25. And the admission decisions usually take about 1 to 2 days if all your documents are in order. And then you will receive an admissions decision and an enrollment agreement. So then you would need to confirm your enrollment. You will also need to sign your enrollment agreement and select a start date. So our enrollment deadline for this month is November 28th, but actually that's the enrollment deadline for every month. So if you would like to start by December 1, you would need to have your application and enrollment completed by November 28th. But what's great is you can also enroll this month and choose a start date up to 3 months from now. So that would either be December 1st, January 1st, or February 1st. And what's great is if you enroll this month, you will already have access to all the benefits that you will get with Nexford, additional benefits that I will speak about a little bit more in depth later in this webinar. My apologies. I would like also to speak about some positive learner outcomes and why our learners choose Nexford University. So to give you a little bit more context is that we really do, each year we do have an alumni survey that we do with our alumni. And these are the latest results. So these are alumni outcomes of 2025. And so looking at the outcomes, it's really clear that our graduates are making real big career moves, where 34% of our learners are currently from the finance industry. 97% of our alumni are employed or advancing in their careers. 73% receive a promotion within 18 months of graduation. 82% reported salary increases with 33% gaining over 50% growth. Where 54% of our alumni moved into managerial or leadership roles, also showing the program's strong career impact. And then 98% of our graduates are satisfied with their studies, where 88% still remain connected to the Nexford or to Nexford's global community, because we believe we are a global community. And also, if you do choose to study with Nexford and you graduate, we would always love to hear your success stories. Please tag us in your success stories. We love to engage with our current learners and our alumni. So we do love to stay in touch with our learners and alumni, because at the end of the day, we are a real big global community and a global family. So I'm going to do a short virtual tour. I will be speaking as I play the video. And this is just to kind of give you an idea of our learner management system, Canvas. So once you're enrolled, you will get access to your learner management system called Canvas and Canvas Student, the Canvas Student app. So there's a mobile application as well. And on the mobile application, you won't be able to submit your assignments there, but you will be able to view your grades, go through your coursework, and you'll be able to submit your assignments only through a laptop or computer on Canvas. But you also have the option to have the app on your phone, so you can check your grades. There's a lot of things you can still do from the mobile app as well. So let me play the video before I forget. So right on the dashboard is basically where you're going to find the My NXU. So you can really think of it as your personal command center. It's where your Nexford journey begins, and it connects you to everything that you need to succeed. So in the program area, that's where you'll see your entire learning path laid out. And that is where you can track your progress, see your scores, and access all of your courses. And then you can tap on any course, and then you'll get an overview of what you'll learn and the skills that you'll gain. And the courses are really designed to be super relevant, like I've mentioned, but also super relevant in the workplace, but also engaging. So each course is organized into different modules, and each that match a specific learner outcome or learning outcome. And you'll find videos, downloadable resources, as well as interactive exercises. And this is really there to keep things interesting and hands-on. So, and also when it comes to your assignments, that's where you need to get ready for your practical work. These aren't just for grades. They help you build real skills and strong portfolio that you can show employers. We also do have live lectures. So because it's online, it doesn't mean you're on your own. So with our live lectures, you'll be able to, I'm just going to pause there. Sorry, it's moving a bit faster than I can speak. So with our live lectures, you'll be able to connect with your instructors, your classmates, get one-on-one support from faculty. You'll be able to join discussion groups or through course boards and chats. And basically what it is, learning is really a shared experience. And this is really what we want to do at Nexford, is not have you feel alone. So we've implemented so many things into the Canvas learning platform that makes it so accessible to connect with your peers from across the world. So here is and from day one, like I've mentioned, you'll also be able to go through your orientation course. So this is the orientation course on the screen currently. And this is what basically sets you up with everything that you need to get started smoothly. And if you need help along the way, our success advisors are available nearly 24/7 for anything. Oh, I have to pause again. For nearly anything, from tech support to personalized academic guidance. And you can also book one-on-one session advising sessions whenever you need. And also to support you in your learning journey, we've got a writing lab, which is always available to you, and you can also get expert help. This also helps strengthen your skills and also learn how to use AI responsibly in your research and assignments. So lastly is Learn. So that is, you'll also get access to a full online library with more than 60 million databases, articles, publications. And this is all included and also available whenever you need it. You don't even need to go outside your learning platform to access the library or the writing lab. It's really, everything is set up in a way to help you learn, grow, and succeed. And it's all in one place in Canvas. Go to the next slide. So we've also introduced Harmonize. So at Nexford, we really know that connection and engagement are really key to online learning success. So that's why I've introduced a really powerful tool called Harmonize. It's an interactive discussion board platform, and it's designed to bring our global classroom to life. So with Harmonize, integrated in some of our courses, learners can go beyond just the basic text replies. So you'll be able to share video responses, for instance, or voice notes, images, or even presentations. And this really helps to create a more dynamic and human way to connect with your peers as well as with faculty. And it also supports both casual and low-stake conversations like course introductions, as well as more structured discussions. And basically, they're all tied to assignments. So, for example, Harmonize will allow you for role play scenarios, such as multimedia-based peer reviews. Skills that really mirror real-world communication as well as collaboration. So, for example, think of it, you might respond to a business scenario as if you were presenting to a client and then get feedback from your classmates before even submitting your final version to your professor. And this is what I'm really excited to talk about is our Beyond NXU. That's your career success hub. So let me play the video before I forget. So at Nexford, our goal isn't just to get you ready for your next job or even for your first job. It's really there to set you up for your whole career. And also really big return on education that pays off in the long term. So at the heart of our career support is something that we call Beyond NXU. So you can think of that as your all-in-one platform for career success. Learner and alumni services, even community. It's where you'll find different tools, connections, support, and that's actually going to help you move forward in your career. We also do have a 24/7 AI career coach, and this is basically your personal career assistant, always on, always ready to answer the questions and give you direction. And we also have an AI-powered resume and interview platform. And this is there to help you sharpen your most important job hunting tools. So we've also had some other opportunities, which is very hands-on opportunities of virtual job simulations through Forage. I'm going to go a little bit more into each section within the next few slides. I'm just quickly discussing it. I see there is a comment. Okay, I will answer your question. Thank you. I thought maybe my sound was, there was an issue with the sound, but I will reply to or answer your question, Igor, as soon as I'm done with the webinar. I was just worried that there was maybe a technical issue. So we also do have a virtual job simulation through Forage, and also one-on-one career coaching sessions, expert advising, and also unlimited LinkedIn learning access. And this is all included in your tuition and available from day one. So like I've mentioned before, if you start 3 months from now, you will have access from day one. Now, this is where Nexford is really different. We don't wait until graduation to talk about careers. We bake career readiness right into your learning journey from the start, which is really, really, really important. Where many traditional universities only look at things like that towards the end of the degree, we start from day one to build this within our programs and make this accessible for you from day one. And so also the really great part about Nexford is our new AI policy. So at Nexford, AI isn't just optional, it's now part of how we learn and how you'll work after graduation. So this means every degree includes AI-focused courses, and completing them is a graduation requirement. It's at no extra cost, so don't worry about it, but this is really a graduation requirement, the use of AI. So for instance, you'll be expected to actually use AI in your coursework. And so let's say, for instance, when you do, you'll just need to disclose how you do it. And you won't just be graded on what you produce, but also how effectively you were able to integrate AI and used AI to get there. So it's basically teaching you things like effective AI use and how well you can contextualize and synthesize what AI can give you. And why we have done this is because when you leave Nexford, we want you to be fluent in the skills that employers are demanding right now in today's industry. So the next slide. So I'm just going to go a little bit more into LinkedIn Learning. These are some of the extra benefits that you will get from day one. So when you become a learner with Nexford, you'll have unlimited access to over 16,000 expert-led courses and videos covering a wide range of topics. So each course also provides you with a certificate that you can showcase on your LinkedIn profile, or you can add it to your CV and resume. And it's also a great way to stand out to employers. And LinkedIn Learning is typically a paid-for feature, but with Nexford, it's also included in your program at no additional cost to you. And like I've said, you will have access from day one. So if you enroll and choose the start date in February, you will already have access to LinkedIn Learning, and you'll be able to take courses for the 3 months until you start your official program. So for example, let's say, and this is actually why we've incorporated this, is because Nexford do believe in building up skills. So let's say you are studying data analytics at Nexford, but you have an interest in marketing. You can take an additional marketing courses on LinkedIn Learning, and that is just to broaden your skill set and boost your resume. So like I've mentioned, if you enroll early, you already have access to LinkedIn Learning and all of our career services that I've just spoken about. So you'll have access to all of that from day one. So also Nexford's Career Services provides expert advising, online courses, and also live sessions to help you land the job that you really want and to help you accelerate in your professional growth. So for African learners, we've partnered with IBM Africa to make the Digital Nation Africa, or DNA, program available to African learners at no extra cost. So this is also where you can expand your skills in emerging technologies such as cloud, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, blockchain, and so much more. So IBM Digital Nation Africa, only available to African learners at this stage, but it's also really more technology-based and also help to build your skills. Lastly, I want to speak about Forage, which is our job simulations, which is also integrated into the NXU platform. So these basically, you can also get a head start in your career with forage job simulations. And like I've mentioned, it's also included in your NXU program. And these experiences let you practice real world skills, but at real companies. You can almost see it as an internship, but it's a job simulation, but it's at real companies. So it's where you can really my apologies, this is the correct, yes, it is the correct video. I thought I was playing the wrong video. So this is really experiences that help you practice real world skills, but at real companies. And it's companies, as you've seen on the screen, like JP Morgan, at PepsiCo, real companies. So you'll be doing actual work for those companies. It's not it's not a paid for service, or you won't be paid for that, but it is really to help you build real world skills, but at real companies. And this is also to help you build the confidence and give you a competitive edge to the job market. And you'll also receive a certificate of completion when you do this. So I think this is also great. Let's say you are just fresh out of high school, you don't have any work experience yet. This is a great way to build up work experience. And then again, even if you would just like to maybe apply for a different role within your company, but you need some work experience for that role, this again is a great way to build up experience. Or even if you're looking to change careers. So this is definitely something I think is really, really great. And it's already included in the My NXU platforms. Next, I want to talk about AI use in the classroom. So this is one thing that really sets Nexford University apart from other universities. My apologies, I just want to take a sip of water. It feels like I've been talking so much. Okay. So AI use in the classroom. So I'm really excited to speak about this because this is also what really sets us apart. Is at Nexford, AI isn't treated as an optional enhancement. It's a core thread that runs throughout the learning, the learner journey, and it's embedded across every program to ensure practical real-world applications. It's mandatory. So every learner is expected to use AI strategically in coursework, disclose how they used it, and complete a designated AI course as a graduation requirement. So these courses come at no extra cost. Our grading model also now not only looks at the quality of your work, but also how effectively you've used AI and applied critical thinking. So in short, we're making sure that every graduate that leaves Nexford University is fluent in the skills that today's employers are actually expecting, and also evolving with how fast technology is evolving. So whether you're studying marketing or HR or finance or technology, AI is going to be part of the conversation right from the start. So as I've shown in the video, for instance, the marketing, our AI in marketing module introduces learners to the transformative role of AI in understanding customer behavior. So this is just to give you an example of how we use AI within our program. So this activity basically encouraged learners to reflect on the impact of AI within their own industry and apply insights that enhance marketing effectiveness. They were prompted to consider how AI can be leveraged to better understand customer behavior, optimize marketing campaigns through predictive analytics, or as well as improve customer engagement and satisfaction. So basically, by engaging in this with this specific exercise, learners were equipped with practical strategies that they can apply in real-world scenarios, also demonstrating foresight and innovative thinking in professional environments. So we are running a little bit over. I am going to just move to the next slide. So this is just another example, but we are running over and I don't want to take up too much of your time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this video. So I'm really excited to share this. This is a really powerful example of how learners, of how a learner's submission from our intercultural communications course. So this assignment was designed to encourage like a deep reflection in personal cultural identity, which is a fundamental step in building intercultural competence and relations. So learners were asked to reflect on how their specific cultural background and experiences and how these influence their communication styles, values, and perspectives. And what's particularly interesting and exciting is how this learner really thoughtfully used AI as a tool to enhance their storytelling while also maintaining a very deeply personal and authentic voice. So it's a wonderful example of how AI can support but not replace meaningful self-expression. So I'm just going to go ahead and play that for you.
Blended world. Hello, and thank you for listening. My name is Cindy Kibet, and I'm 23 years old. I live in Kenya, and I'm currently taking the class Intercultural Communication. Today, I want to share a glimpse into my cultural identity, shaped by my Kenyan roots and my experiences living within a mix of Kenyan and Western influences. I'll take you into my family traditions, my connection to language, and a personal experience that ties it all together. Along the way, I'll explore how William James's quote, "Whenever two people meet, there are really six people present," resonates with the layers of identity and perception we all navigate. Let's begin. In my family, traditions are everything. One of the most important is our rule about celebrating birthdays. It's non-negotiable. Birthdays are first celebrated with immediate family, mom, dad, and siblings. Only after that can we include extended family, friends, or partners. This tradition strengthens our core bond, reminding us of the importance of those closest to us. Another tradition we hold dear is a monthly family outing. At the end or beginning of each month, we choose an activity together, going out for lunch or dinner, attending an event, or enjoying entertainment. These outings have given us priceless memories and strengthened our connection as a family. I was born and raised in Kenya, a country with a rich and a deep sense of community. My parents ensured I experienced our cultural heritage, from participating in significant holidays to learning Kiswahili, Kenya's national language. However, they also introduced aspects of Western culture, particularly in education. In Kenya, it's typical to attend boarding school for high school to foster independence and discipline. My parents, however, chose a different path for me, homeschooling. This is rare in Kenya and often met with skepticism. While homeschooling helped me develop independence and self-discipline, it also placed me outside the norm, creating a unique blend of Kenyan and Western influences. This blend has shaped me profoundly. I'm deeply rooted in Kenyan family and community values while embracing Western ideals like personal freedom and individuality. This cultural duality has made me adaptable and open-minded, helping me connect with people from diverse backgrounds. My heritage is rooted in two major tribes, Kalenjin and Kikuyu. These tribes have had tensions historically, especially in my grandparents' generation. Yet my parents chose to bridge that divide, teaching me to appreciate both sides of my family. The duality enriches my identity. Each tribe.
All right, because we are a little bit over, I'm going to have to stop it there, unfortunately. I would have loved to play the full video for you, but we are about almost 15 minutes over. So we are going to head to the Q&A section next. I will share our details, our contact details in the chat. So I'm going to switch back on my camera. Hopefully we don't lose bandwidth. Here we go. All right, fantastic. So I already saw a question in our chat section. So, how frequent are the live lectures and what time do they take place? So, I can't exactly say, but I think there should be once a month at least, from Dr. Bill. We usually do virtual tours with Dr. Bill as well, which is one of our lecturers. So that is normally maybe once a month, but that really depends on the program that you study or your specific lecturer. The live lectures, so the seminars are really encouraged to join. The live lectures, if they do take place and you're not able to attend, do not worry. They do record the live lectures, so you will be able to review if you're working and you won't be able to attend them, you will receive a recording of the live lecture as well. It's just the seminars that are really important, and that's also up to the professors when they do the live seminars. So I don't have specific dates. It really does depend, because we have new enrollees every month. Our programs start at the beginning of every month. So it's difficult for me to give you an exact answer, but what I can suggest, if you would like, we do have a virtual tour closer to month end. I believe it's next week. I will just need to confirm the date. If you can give me one moment, I can quickly have a look at the date, and then I can tell you when we have our webinar. And that webinar specifically, my apologies, I had a hiccup. So then we have two of our either learners and alumni. So our next virtual tour, and that's our big virtual tour, is on Wednesday, the 26th of November. And you'll be able to register on our events page from our events page. So, and we will also have one of our professors there. And if you want, you can join and then maybe ask him directly. I think he would be better equipped to answer you about the questions of the live lectures. So our professor will be in that specific webinar, and I think it would be great if you can join. But then you also, it is basically the same slides, but we also do have Heidi, which is one of our other employees with us, and we also do have alumni or learners that are joining the webinar, so you can also ask them about their learning experience. But a great question. I do apologize that I don't have a direct answer, but in that webinar, our professor would definitely be able to give you a better idea of when the live lectures take place. So I just want to find our contact details for you. I'm going to send us, you can send us an email at help@nexford.edu, or I'm going to share our contact number as well. And you'll be able to either phone us or send us a WhatsApp, and our team will reach out to you. And are there any more questions? I do know we are running quite a bit over, but if there are no questions, I'm not going to waste your time anymore. I just want to say thank you very much for joining us today. It was really an honor to show you what Nexford is about and what a next generation university experience would look like. But I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes. You're welcome to drop off if you don't have any questions, but if you do, don't be shy. Please ask. I am here for a few more minutes, and I'm happy to answer your questions for you. Thank you, Igor. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Olusoji. And then who else was with us? Is it Kadiatu? Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate all of you being here. I'm glad it was helpful, and it was insightful. If any questions comes up later, send us an email. Our team would be happy to assist. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.